أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Living with the glorious Quran. Yesterday we mentioned a verse asking a question. Is he who was dead and we give life to him and set for him a light with which he walketh among men as he whose similitude is in outer darkness from where he cannot emerge? That was the question we asked by the authority of the verse in Surah Al-An'am. If you die, bearing in mind also that we are discussing this verse of Ali Imran, شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط. شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط. About the Shahada, about the witness, and about the greatest verse in the book concerning witness. We are trying to explain what is knowledge and who are the people of knowledge. We said that for you to be designated a scholar, you do not need to encompass everything about knowledge. There are parts of knowledge which we shall explain in today's segment that one possesses, as we did mention part of it yesterday. You could still be designated a scholar without knowing everything, every single issue, every topic in the Sharia. So this knowledge is very important to you as a human being. When you die, you leave everything behind. Your family, loved ones, and close associates cannot do more than lead you to your grave. When they go to the grave and they do all the formalities of janazah, they depart. Nobody, no matter how close or how dearly he loves you, would go into the grave with you. Nobody would do that. It's only your knowledge that will go into the grave with you in a day that you would be in dire need of anything that will lighten, that will illumine that darkness of the grave. That is when your knowledge would become handy, because it will be there as a companion. It will be there throughout your stay in the barzakh. Your knowledge will be there as a light to remove the darkness of the grave. And on the day of the greater assembly, your knowledge would lead you, would lighten the way for you out of the grave to the ground of the Qiyamah. يوم ترى المؤمنين والمؤمنات يسعى نورهم بين أيديهم وبأيمانهم بشراكم اليوم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار. It is on that day that you would see the believers, men and women, their light shining before them and on their right hands, and you will hear it being said unto them, have the good news of gardens underneath which rivers flow, therein to abide for eternity. The promise of such believers as are raised from their graves and their knowledge illumined their way, even on the day of resurrection, that shining star, that shining light will be with them to lighten the way for them on the ground of the Qiyamah, and that good news or glad tidings will be given them, that they would live in those gardens as immortals. We said knowledge is stages and ranks. Of knowledge, there is what is obligatory, that you need to know. About, for example, the 5 daily prayers. You need to know that. And one who knows everything about the prayer, which is obligatory on you, you are a scholar in that area, in that field. Every Muslim should be a scholar in the 5 obligatory prayers, because this is what is obligatory on you. Nobody can do that in your stead. You have to do it. You need to know everything about fasting, especially that of the month of Ramadan. You need to know what is obligatory there, what vitiates the fast. Whatever affects the fast, you should be able to know, because that is obligatory on you. When it comes to zakah, maybe those people who are people of means, that Allah has bestowed His grace upon them, they should know. Everybody should be able to know about zakah, especially those that have the money to extract zakatable wealth from what Allah has given them. The poor may not be compelled to learn everything about zakah. The same thing goes for Hajj. Before you embark on that journey, before you approach any Hajj arrangement, either that of the government or that of a tour operator, before you deposit anything about Hajj, you should be able to know what is expected of you in that ritual of Hajj. You cannot just go for Hajj just like that. As a Muslim, and Hajj as a pillar of your faith, you should be able to know everything about Hajj. That is also part of the knowledge that you must know as a person whose wealth would be able to pay for such journey, and you are of good health and strong enough to undertake and to be able to endure the rigors. So Hajj as part of your responsibility as a Muslim, a pillar of the religion, you have to know what is obligatory on you during the fulfillment of that ritual of Hajj. So the point is, knowledge is ranks and stages. What is obligatory on a mukallaf, he must know. He must know. He must be able to understand and to read about and to comprehend whatever is obligatory on him as it pertains to prayer, salah, as we have said, fasting, zakah, and hajj. Zakah and hajj, we said, except for those who are able, who are wealthy, and those who are able or possess what will make them pay for the journey of Hajj. And on Hajj, they have to be healthy as well to be able to perform and to endure the rigors of that obligation of Hajj. Inshallah, when we meet tomorrow, we shall continue on this issue of knowledge, bearing in mind that we are still speaking about the Shahada, the greatest verse in the book concerning witness, which the monks, when they came to the Prophet ﷺ, they asked him, and that is part of the reason for the revelation of this verse in Surah Al-Imran. Inshallah, tomorrow we shall continue. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.